Heinicke's first attempt of the game. First of all, I want to apologize for the quality. That is a Game Pass issue. It gets better, but I have to use the UK version because the US version has too many kinks, but the UK version has kinks of its own, but it's still better, more usable. Anyway, this is 2nd and 9. It's a sticks concept. Sticks meaning all these routes are being run right around the sticks, okay? Again, like I said, it's 2nd and 9, so your first down is somewhere around here. And so you're just running routes all about short of the sticks, just a quick get the ball out situation. Now the Bucs are showing a cover 3 defense, and then they're going to rotate into what looks like a cover 2. And I want you to watch big old Vita Vea here drop into coverage. And they're actually going to have about 6 guys underneath covering, but still somehow manage to leave Terry McLaurin open. Terry McLaurin's your receiver down here. So watch the play develop. Again, the quality, sorry, but their quality's fixed up there. So they do cover it well, as they should have been able to. Again, they've got 6 underneath defenders, right? You see they've got 4 here, but then this guy's, it looks like he'll be a cover 3, but it ends up being 2. He's going to bail, and then you're going to have 5 underneath plus Vita Vea, so that's going to give you 6 underneath defenders and a 3-man rush, right? So here, again, you've got 6 defenders underneath here by the Bucs, but somehow they still managed to leave 1, 2, and really 3 open. Heinicke does a good job of not kind of stressing or trying to leave the pocket here. Actually, it's a 3-man rush, so he does a good job to stay in the pocket because it's protected well. Right here, it's pretty well covered, right? For a second, they've got it covered pretty well, but as the play continues to develop, which a play like this really is not supposed to develop, the ball is supposed to be out quick. They guard it well, but then what's going to happen here is these guys kind of just start going into no man's land. They start trying to get to their spot rather than covering the player they're supposed to cover. And that's how you end up with Terry McLaurin, and I think that's DeAndre Carter wide open. Again, Heinicke does a good job to stay in the pocket, and there you get 8 yards. Kind of weird, not weird, but really just bad defense there by the Buccaneers. This play should have been locked down. It should have been either a scramble or a throwaway by Heinicke. But he does a good job staying in the pocket. He reads the entire field from left back to right and then back to left. A good job there by him. So here we've got just a pretty simple concept. You're going to have Terry McLaurin running something like that, but it's mostly just a decoy route. And you got DeAndre Carter underneath. That's what you're trying to hit. Ricky Seals-Jones on your crossing route underneath, and then John Bates running a route like that. This is your route combination right here. Now the Bucs are showing a cover 6 or a cover 4. Look, I think it's 6. I think you've got quarter, half, and you got flat responsibility here. You've got Jason Pierre-Paul lined up over top of DeAndre Carter, but he's actually going to rush. And the reason this play works, and you kind of can see probably, Taylor Heinicke can probably see pre-snap this play will work because, again, you've got DeAndre Carter running this. And then you're not, even if Jason Pierre-Paul stays out there, you're not expecting him to be able to cover that. But he doesn't. It means it's Lavonte David's responsibility to get all the way over here because Terry's running this, and that's going to take him, both of those quarter defenders with them, and that's what leaves this big opening right here. And I'll show it to you now. You're going to see Terry McLaurin. He's going to take those 2 deep defenders with him. Pierre-Paul rushes. They've got Vita Vea kind of spying here. And again, I think that's Lavonte David, number 54. And I mean, again, just wide open because Terry McLaurin took these guys. David can't get all the way out to the sideline before DeAndre Carter. Good job. Good execution. Good throw there by Taylor Heinicke. It's throws like this where you can kind of start to see something he can't make the throw, but he just can't make the throw like an Aaron Rodgers, like a Mahomes, like a Josh Allen. But in situations like this, it really does not matter too much at all. A good play call, and the Bucs are very clearly intent on making sure Heinicke doesn't beat them too much with his legs or create from outside the pocket. So that's why they left 1 less in coverage. They bring 5, which means there's only 6 in coverage. Well, they don't bring 5, but they have 5 committed to the quarterback with Vita Vea kind of as your spy. So that's why I've got DeAndre Carter here wide open. A good read, good execution by Heinicke. So first of all, look at this formation. This is pretty interesting. You've got quads. They're kind of stacked. That's an interesting formation of 4 by 1. 4 over here, 1 over here. What they end up really doing is just running like a triangle mesh concept, which would be this, and then Seals-Jones right here is going to do that sit in the middle. You got your flat, and you've got your deep there, again, by Terry McLaurin. Cam Sims right here is reading the defense and deciding whether to carry this route or to sit. He opts to sit. That is Gibson, I believe, and he's going to run across the field. Triangle mesh, and I'll show you the triangle again. Right, this is a pretty perfect triangle. That's what that is. Mesh, meaning hit that mesh point in the middle, but against zone defense, there won't be as much a mesh point because guys aren't chasing after each other in man defense. Now, anyway, this play is really well. It's executed well, and Taylor Heinicke gets the ball to Ricky Seals-Jones, and he just drops it. You really can't have that. It's 3rd and 4. You should have converted here. Drive should have stayed alive. Well executed, and just fails because of a drop, not because of anything by the quarterback. See that? You just got to catch that by Ricky Seals-Jones. But Taylor Heinicke, again, just kind of starting off right, not leading the defense to Seals-Jones. Starting off right like he wants the quick out, and then stays and comes back to the middle. Just got to catch it. So here we've got to play right off of the first interception, and we'll watch it play out first. Heinicke doesn't like what he sees, gets out of the pocket, delivers the ball, and this is another drop. Now, a rare drop by Terry McLaurin. I want to say that's only his 2nd on the season. Sure, it's high, but it still needs to be caught. It's a good play off schedule by Taylor Heinicke. So what we're doing here is, for one, we've got a couple helpers in protection. Seals-Jones, Adam Humphries are going to help, and they're both going to leak out. Seals-Jones is going to leak out just into the middle. Humphries is going to leak out into the flat. The design of the play, without checking the ball down there, is going to be this over route by Cam Sims and then this dig by Terry McLaurin. So what it looks like to me is Heinicke's reading this out 1 to 2 to 3. And I'll show you that here. Takes the snap, fake. 1 right here, not open. Then he goes to, looks to me like 2. It looks to me like Terry McLaurin. And then he goes quickly to 3, I think, here. Right, that's not a 3. Quickly to 3 here. Terry McLaurin is not open here. It's well covered. Now, I think he should get this ball out here. Or if you don't want to, you should. You got to get to 4 and just get this ball here. If you get that ball to Ricky Seals-Jones there, he should be able to get upfield. I think he kind of gets off of this right here too fast and then just starts to leave the pocket when he really, there's no reason for him to leave the pocket here. Just stay in the pocket. There's no pressure. Throw this ball here, or if you wait another half second, Terry McLaurin's going to come open over the middle. So he made this play more difficult than it needed to be now. Granted, he gets the ball to McLaurin and it needs to be caught. But it could have been executed more efficiently by just hanging in the pocket another second, maybe even less than that, or getting that ball to Ricky Seals-Jones or to Terry McLaurin. All right, just stay in the pocket right here just a second before this and just throw this ball right here. Not a bad snap, but, that ball still needs to be caught. Here we go with similar concept to the second attempt of the game, just like that. Teams' defenses like to take away the middle of the field, but especially against a quarterback who doesn't have great arm strength, and force him to make those long throws outside of the numbers. But Washington is taking advantage of that here. They're feeding off of it, right? Again, get this, looks like cover 3, cover 6. Get this cornerback out and just get Ricky Seals-Jones here outside on the perimeter. A good throw here by Taylor Heinicke. Gives him a chance to get upfield too. So the timing is really good here. You don't hit him on the sideline. Obviously, it has to be placed properly or it can be intercepted. It's well timed. It's well placed. Right, hit the top of your drop like he is right here, and you're throwing that ball and you're hitting him in stride so that he can catch it and get upfield. So well executed. All right, there's a missed opportunity on this play. I'm not going to kill Heinicke for it. This is 3rd and 14, but I want to show you this play and then kind of show you the missed opportunity. It's 3rd and 14. You got to get to the 6-yard line. You're at the 20. You got to get to the 6 to convert. This is after an 8-yard loss on a run. Pitch play to Antonio Gibson. I'm going to show you the missed opportunity because they do a good job of spying, but they don't make the tackle. And once he gets out of the pocket here, man, oh man, that's a missed opportunity. That's a touchdown. And, typically Taylor Heinicke will do pretty good to keep his eyes downfield. Now, he takes off and runs here because he thinks he can make it to the 6-yard line. He can't. He doesn't. He makes it close. He makes it to about the 9, 3 yards short. And this is a fast, play, right? They rush 4, and then they kind of sit. See, they don't want to let him out of the pocket here. So you see that right there. You've got Jason Pierre-Paul. He rushes, but he maintains gap integrity. But he fails to make the tackle. So Heinicke still has time to keep his eyes downfield here and make that throw. He doesn't. Instead, you kick the field goal. They win the game, but you just don't want to miss opportunities like this too often, right? You get away here. You've got time to keep your eyes downfield, make a throw like you did to Terry McLaurin earlier that was dropped, except this one's an even easier throw. Right, get that ball back in that right hand, slow down, and just let this thing go right here to Ricky Seals-Jones for what would be an easy touchdown on 3rd and 14. You kick the field goal. You get 11 yards. You kick the field goal, but a missed opportunity there that I'd like to see Taylor Heinicke make because he can make this play. He can make this play. I just want to see him keep his eyes downfield better. All right, here we've got a shot play. This is going to end up being the first sack of the game. You just got this. Sorry, that's a terrible arrow. You've got this, and then you've got this just over route. Off of play action, trying to take a shot. Now, got about 10 yards of depth there. He's going to bail right before the snap. So it's just completely taken away by the Buccaneers. There's just really nothing there. You could maybe throw this immediately. Maybe he'll probably take a shot. I'm not necessarily saying Heinicke needs to throw that right away because I don't love that. But you could maybe make that throw. Other than that, the play is taken away. Heinicke actually does a good job of avoiding that would-be sack, the first one. Again, they've got Vita Vea kind of spying. So they're really intent on not allowing Heinicke to beat them with their legs. He still managed to escape right there. See, Vita Vea has missed the tackle and takes out his own man. Heinicke is pretty slippery. He runs out here. And I think the only thing differently I'd like to see him do is either throw this ball here to Seals-Jones or throw it away. There's no need to take the 2-yard sack. There's just no reason to give up 2 yards. And every yard counts. So you could say here, maybe just let this go right there. That would be the timing on that. Let that go right there. I don't necessarily love that, but I think there's an opportunity there for that if he can zip that ball in there really well. If not, do a good job to escape and get out here. I would either throw this or just throw it away. Just don't take the sack. But again, a good job there of avoiding that rush, man. Slippery. Just don't lose 2 yards if you don't have to. Just completely lose 2 yards and take a shot, even if it's on the ground. Just throw that ball away. Throw it somewhere. Here we've got something we don't see too often. That's Antonio Gibson split out. He's just running a little slant route. He runs a nice little slant route. This is 3rd and 7. That's why you don't take the sack on that last play. It was 2nd and 5. It would have been 3rd and 5. It's 3rd and 7. There is a difference between 3rd and 5 and 3rd and 7. Heinicke does a good job here just getting that ball in. Right as soon as Gibson makes that break on the slant, just throwing that ball in there. Let's skip ahead here and see it from right here. Gibson does a good job of sizing up David and then breaking inside. You get 8 yards when you needed 7. So here we've got a really good play call that I think would result in a big gain if the Bucs don't just call the perfect defense. So the Bucs are going to bring an overload blitz, where basically they're bringing 1, 2, 3 from that side when you've got really just 2 protecting, or 2 or 3, and then here you've got 3 on 2. Center Tyler Larson here is, they're double teaming there, and then Charles Leno has to choose between these two. You don't have any, the running back's not protecting. I'll get to that in a second. Then you've got Seals-Jones here. They just bring a well-timed linebacker blitz from the right side of the line, and leaves you with the free rusher. Heinicke wants to escape, and he often can, but not this time. Taken down for a 6-yard loss. But it's unfortunate because all this, pre-snap shenanigans, right? And DeAndre Carter running around. Well, this is what it's going to do. You're going to have him just running this wheel route. Well, not a wheel route, a swing route. And then what you're going to have is you're going to have J.D. McKissic run out and run streaking down. And watch, he's going to get some speed. And the idea here is to this pre-snap action to pull these linebackers' attention and get J.D. McKissic right behind them. And watch what happens. Watch, let me pull one more snap. Watch J.D. McKissic right here getting open. But you don't have the time because of it's just a well-timed and a well-executed blitz. But I want you to see it in real time because J.D. McKissic gets there. He gets there pretty quick. And that's maybe a touchdown. Again, just sometimes the defense just wins. Sometimes the defense just wins. And then you're going to get this and this, this and this and this. Sucks that it had to happen on this play where you could have had a big gain. Bucks, they bring a lot of pressure here. You got one of these just kind of sit routes here from J.D. McKissic at the top. You just leave him there, and as these routes are being developed and whatnot, this defender over top of him, he doesn't crash down. So you see he's got room to catch the ball and make a move. See a lot of teams run this. See Washington run this pretty often. And he does make a move, and he ends up getting a good chunk of yards, 11 yards there on 3rd and 14. So good job by Heinicke to just get that ball out there to him and let him work. J.D. McKissic is a good player. I like J.D. McKissic. Speaking of J.D. McKissic, you're going for it now on 4th and 3. I like the decision. And he's just running just a spot route at the sticks. He just sits in between two defenders. And Heinicke gets that ball there right on time. Good catch. Good catch knowing you're going to take a shot there. Not great zone defense by the Bucks. You just got to be smart, right? You're out here and you're getting out there because that's your responsibility, and it is. And you just sit inside of that, but it's tough. This is where instincts kind of kick in for this Bucks player. Do you just stick with him and trust that over the top will defend anyone who gets behind you, or do you just try to get into your spot like you're supposed to? Well, in this case, when you do that, they convert the 4th down. Let's see it from right here. Got to get that ball in there hot. Can't hesitate. So good job by Heinicke. Here the Bucks bring another blitz, a man blitz with the single high safety. And then you've got DeAndre Carter who's just going to run that. That defender is in man defense from right there across the field. He's in a bad spot from the start of the play, right? In a bad spot from the start of the play. A good throw. What you're going to have is, these two are they're going to determine basically who they're covering, who they're guarding based on what these two do. And then you've got man defense there. Humphrey starts running this way, so he gets Humphreys. Carter starts running this way, so he gets Carter. Unfortunately for that defender, Carter runs towards him and then just runs away from him. So a really just good execution, a good throw. Carter gets open really well. Now don't kill me. Don't kill me. This throw is good enough for him to catch it, but it's not exactly where it should be. This throw should be more towards the sideline so that the defender doesn't have any chance at it. You see, he puts it too far upfield. Carter makes a good adjustment, and the defender is not able to make a play, but he gets close, and it shouldn't be that close. This ball should be more on the outside. The defender shouldn't have any chance at it to even reach an arm out. Carter shouldn't have to make an adjustment. You all know I'm nitpicky by now. It's a good throw, but it's not exactly where that ball should be. But it's a touchdown, so I'm not complaining. I am just analyzing. And you can see it better from this angle. Wait for the snap. You can see it better from this angle, see how much more field there was. And I realized he couldn't really step into it fully, but I'm saying essentially this ball needs to be somewhere around here. And then, boom, it's almost a toe tap, but the defender doesn't have a shot on it. So, like I've said, I'm not complaining. It's a touchdown. I'm just pointing out that simple fact. Here we've got just before halftime, you're going to get the swing route again. Again, trying to keep these defenders honest. Run DeAndre Carter on the dig behind them, on the deep dig. Have the over route by Seals Jones. So it's something like that. Keep these guys honest and then throw right over their heads. And it works just enough. Heinicke gets this ball and it actually gets tipped, and DeAndre Carter still manages to make the catch. And I think you can probably see better from here. Get that swing route out the backfield and then get this ball. Good, really good job there by DeAndre Carter. I'd say it's well defended by the Bucs. Heinicke is trying to loft it just over top of this defender. Maybe just needs a little more air under it. I mean, you're throwing in the middle of 4 defenders. It's not that that's a bad decision. It's the right throw. I like it. Make the throw that's there to be made. But you don't typically want to put too much air. So it's kind of a tricky balance where you got to put air so it gets over top, but you don't put too much air because you don't want to sail it and throw a pick because it's sailed, or force this guy to jump and he gets rocked. So it's a tough balance. It's a tough throw. He makes it just good enough. Here's another sack, 3rd sack of the game, most for Washington this year. This is RPO. Boom, slant behind it. RPOs have got to happen quick. Got to let it go. Boom, that ball has got to come out. Now he doesn't throw it. I think he hesitates. He sees his defender crashing on it. Okay, so be it. You got to throw it. There's no reading the field. You don't have multiple routes. It's one side of the field. If you don't hand it off, which he doesn't, and maybe you could have and done something there and let that ball go, but if you don't hand it off, you got to throw it. Short of this being intercept, the defender being right there so he can intercept it, and then you hold it, you take the sack, sure. But here, I'd rather get the ball to Ricky Seals-Jones. He gets a yard or two, none. Maybe he makes a man miss. He probably gets the ball and gets tackled right there, sure. But you don't lose 5 yards. You got to just throw it. He tries to not get here and tries to get here instead, which is also covered, and it ends up being a sack. You got to just throw that thing. You can't hesitate on an RPO. Let that thing go. Trust your pre-snap and post-snap determination. 2nd and 15 after a 5-yard loss and a run by Antonio Gibson. And this is probably one of Heinicke's lesser, worst, more dangerous throws of the day. This is what we would call a house call, very nearly. You can't throw this ball short. You just can't, because any shorter and that's gone. This ball has got to be on the sideline. Make Carter stretch his arms out if you have to. Can't throw this ball short. This was a bad one here. Incomplete, which puts you at 3rd and 15. I mean, if he catches it here, if he's able to catch it here, in stride, arms reached out, he's turning up field, right? It's 2nd and 15 at the 19. He can probably get up around the 5. He can maybe score if he breaks a tackle. Maybe score. Worst case, you're probably getting up somewhere in the 10-5 and maybe get the first down, or it's 3rd and short while also getting out of bounds to stop the clock. So bad throw here by Heinicke. And I want to see it from behind here, because you can see, I mean, that this is how pick sixes are thrown. Yeah, Carter having to turn around to try to catch that ball can't happen. That ball's got to be right about here, and then he's getting upfield. And like I said, he might score. He might score if he's able to get it there. Now you've got 3rd and 15 after that incompletion on the earlier play, which should have probably been a first down, possibly touchdown. And you've got a window of opportunity here. It's 3rd and 15 from the 19. You've got to get to the 4-yard line. And what I think they're trying to do here, really, spread the defense out and make a throw right in the middle. Something like that is what Ricky Seals-Jones is doing. And then you're going to have DeAndre Carter running that way. And then you're going to have Adam Humphries sit right there. And there's a window there. Heinicke doesn't opt for it. Takes the snap. And see, right there, there's your window of opportunity for a first down. That's it. That's your opportunity to get it 3rd and 15. You don't love having these 3rd and 14, 3rd and 15s this close to the end zone. Doesn't throw it, and then you end up getting some yards to Ricky Seals-Jones. But I think that throw to Humphries is there. I think you've got an opportunity if you drop, and then make this throw right now. Start making that throw right now. And let's see it from behind the quarterback so you can the end zone angle. Drop. So you're reading that and make that. See, he's looking that way. Make that throw right there. Kick the field goal right before halftime. You still get some points. Here they're trying to hit Terry McLaurin. Similar route, similar concept to what's worked earlier in the game, where you're running levels. And by levels I mean, wait for the motion. You're working one side of the field. De'Ami Brown's running the fly. Terry McLaurin's running the out route, and then you've got this flat. And you're basically just challenging, stressing these defenders. Have one carry deep. You want to see if these other defenders, let's see how it plays out. Right, you're trying to have him carry De'Ami Brown deep. See if he'll carry De'Ami or step up. And really what you're anticipating is he'll step up on this, he'll bail on that, and then Terry McLaurin will come open right here in the middle. This guy does a pretty good job staying at his depth. You've got your underneath route to the flat open. There's pressure. You get a holding penalty anyway, but Heinicke's trying to read that out and doesn't have time to really finish that before there's someone in his face. Because he's waiting for this, and you can start to see that that's not there. So then you just got to come down here and throw that or throw that. And by that point, there's pressure there. Ends up being a 10-yard loss. Would have been a holding penalty anyway. Here we've got the same concept that allowed that big play to J.D. McKissic up the sideline in that Week 2 Giants game. John Bates is going to run that post route like that to hold this safety. And then, again, it's 2nd and long here. You're backed up in the red zone. They like to run this speed out to J.D. McKissic, fake that, and then run the up. And that's what they did against the Giants. So Heinicke, you're going to see him look at that and then pump like he's about to throw it. Going to get a jump there by the defender, by the linebacker. But he does a pretty decent job of staying in position and getting back upfield. Now, had Taylor Heinicke had time, I think you maybe still got, you can throw this and J.D. McKissic will, if you loft it up, will catch it past that linebacker. If you throw it, honestly, probably right now, which I don't think you can at this point, and J.D. McKissic may be able to catch it somewhere around the 35, the 40, wherever you get it. But the pressure just gets home. You see, he doesn't really have room to step into that throw, try to make that throw because of the pressure, and get sacked. But that's essentially what that is. That's what they're trying to do. Get that pump fake, hit that, pressure just gets there. But I like the play call. It's worked in the past for you. Why not try again? A couple of bad drives here, back to back. Washington, you had 3rd and 21. The last one, now you've got 3rd and 16 because of penalties and whatnot, sacks. What they're trying to do here is this ends up being cover 2, and Heinicke's trying to hit DeAndre Carter in that hole between the corner and the safety, right? In this area. This is not at all how you make that throw. And maybe he thinks that safety's going to get more inside and Carter will run past him. I mean, he misses it either way, but you've got to make this throw. It's 3rd and 2. It's 3rd and 16 at the 2, so you got to get to almost the 20. You would have to put this throw on a rope down at the sideline and almost like a back shoulder to DeAndre Carter so he could catch it right about here. I mean, it's a tough throw. Now, that's the type of throw I don't think Heinicke can make. But lofting this up there like that, that's not how you want to make this throw. Just bad. Bad all around. Bad couple of drives. Not all Heinicke's fault. Just a bad couple of drives. And this was a dangerous throw. Because if it was a little bit shorter, then suddenly it's an interception. And I think we've seen him make this mistake a time or two. Backed up. Don't throw the pick here. I think against the Saints at least. Don't throw the pick here and give them good field position. You've got a play-action bootleg. We see this maybe once or twice a game. Dax Milne out there running a good route, getting open. Heinicke making the good throw on the run. Let's watch that route again by Dax Milne. He's down here, number 15. Does a good job to get outside leverage and then gets that defender turned around. Good throw. Good play. So this isn't a big play. It's a 6-yard game, but I like the way Heinicke navigates the pocket here. This is the type of pocket navigation you want to see from a quarterback. You got the ball fake, and then step up, and then slide, but don't run, just slide, and then make that throw to Cam Sims out there. And if you don't have that pressure in your face, maybe you can make this throw out here to Terry McLaurin. But I'm not going to say he missed that. It was a good decision. I like the way he maneuvered the pocket and get that ball out there and get some yards. Bucks are continuing to bring pressure. This is a true 5-man rush, no spy. He's got 5 guys coming. You're going to get John Bates. I think he runs a good little route. Gets up under here, runs out, and then back in. Heinicke just puts it right on him, and you get a nice gain there to the rookie. Again, Ricky Seals-Jones is out, so this is your tight end right now. Good play, good throw, and a good route by John Bates. See it from here. Kind of slow, you know, he does it all kind of slow, but hey, Jason Witten looked like he was running in concrete out there, and he had a long career. See, it's not the best route, but he got the job done. See that one more time by John Bates. He's the one in motion right there. Goes in motion, runs just a little out, back in. Heinicke puts it right on him before the pressure can get there. Good play. Here you're going to get a pass interference call on Cam Sims. He's just running a little corner and then kind of like a post. Really flatten out that post there. And the defender does hold him. You know, I like the throw. Now, look, the throw is high. It's uncatchable. It is uncatchable, but you still get the call. I like that. Heinicke sails these kind of often. Like he hit one to Terry McLaurin. It wasn't quite at this distance against the Giants in week 2, but he sailed one against Diami. Can't remember which game. Got to get this ball down. Got to get this ball. Yeah, got to get that ball down there. Get the call. You're going to have Terry McLaurin underneath in the crossing route, and I want to see that again. So he's running another little underneath crossing route, and that's just pointing that out there. But you get the call, puts you at the 1-yard line. Love pass interference penalties. Taylor Heinicke's got some specific routes that he just throws well and on time, and this is one of them. We've seen this a million times. I mean, this is how they scored a lot. Not how they, but how they moved the ball a lot against the Bucks last year. Just go play action fake. You've got to post. You got to come back. Got to post here. You got to come back here. You got to dig here, and the timing is just perfect. We've seen that throw to Terry McLaurin from Taylor Heinicke probably almost every game. Fake. Keep your eyes middle. Don't bring that safety, and then make that throw. Boom. Good way to start this drive. Here we've just got another sticks concept, and it's just really well covered by the Bucks. Got that, and yeah, it's just well covered. I mean, you see that. I mean, and then you've got the pressure. You've got some tight windows here, but the pressure forces him out of the pocket, and then there's just still no throw to be made. So just get rid of that ball there like you did. Here you've got a bit of a longer developing play. You've got the crossing route there. I think that's Humphreys, and then you're going to have Carter running this and Terry running that. And you want to hit this crossing route, but you get some pressure, and you're going to end up hitting, that's John Bates, you're going to end up hitting J.D. McKissick out of the backfield there. Right? What you want is to hit Humphreys here, this crossing route. But they bring pressure, and Heinicke just lost this ball out there. It's kind of funny the way he lofted it out there. You don't see balls thrown like that too much. You can probably see it even better from here. And again, you got the pressure. Now, he probably still could have, stayed in that pocket and gotten that ball to that crossing route, but he gets the check down. You're not mad about it. And you see the way he floated that ball. So it looks like they're trying to run a version of triangle mesh here, but instead of doing these crossing routes, they're going to do a couple of kind of whip routes like they're running in and then circle back. But you'll see it here. You're going to get this, and then you're going to get that and that. But the Bucs just cover this perfectly. Third down, they cover it perfectly. You see, there's your triangle. Heinicke does a good job of getting out the pocket here and just creating, because there's nothing there. So he gets you 3 yards when you needed 2. Here again, they're trying to run a home run play. It's not there. Heinicke just scrambles for 2 yards. It's a fine decision. Your options here are to scramble or swing this ball out to McKissick. But McKissick is the fake on this play. He's a decoy. So I think he does a good job there. What they're trying to do here is, let's watch J.D. McKissick motion. What they're trying to do here is this swing, and then you're going to see a couple of fake blocks. They're going to step up like they're blocking, and then they're going to run their routes. So you get Terry McLaurin running like this, Sims running like that behind him, but it's well covered. See, what you want is this defender to crash down on this and then get Cam Sims behind him, and you can see clearly if that were to happen, you've got plenty of room to throw the ball. Bucs defend it well. Heinicke just takes off. So now after the scramble, you've got 3rd and 4. And this is a good throw by Heinicke. It's man defense, and Washington doesn't have great receivers, but they've got guys who can get open against man. And you're going to get Adam Humphries is running that. Get the slant from Carter. He could have hit either one of them. Makes a good throw to Humphries. Remember earlier we saw him kind of put this ball behind DeAndre Carter, left room for it to potentially be intercepted. I said you got to put that ball on the sideline, and if he has to stretch his arms out, make him do that, and that's exactly what he does here. Now he puts that ball on a rope, and a really good catch by Adam Humphries. I want to see that one more time. Puts this ball right where it needs to be to get you 5 yards on 3rd and 4. Good spot. Really good spot. I like this here by Heinicke. The Bucs bring in more pressure, and they get a free rusher again. Heinicke doesn't crumble under the pressure is probably the best word to use. He stays in knowing he's going to take a shot and delivers the ball that gets caught by Antonio Gibson. Really good job here. Right? Doesn't even try to evade this rusher and get away, which maybe he could have. He just throws that thing and then just takes the shot. I really like that right there. Good toughness there by Heinicke. You always need a quarterback who can stand in the pocket under the face of pressure rather than always trying to escape or just completely crumbling. And you're seeing in this drive, the Bucs going with a lot of man, just keeping it simple, just man on man, best man wins, so you don't have any zone defenses with any blown coverages. Just man up. This is the last throw. This is the one everyone remembers the most. And just what a play here. What a catch by Terry McLaurin, taking that shot. 3rd down and 5, making that catch. A good throw by Heinicke, and he's got Vita Vea coming right down his, look, that's Vita Vea, right? I'm pretty sure it's Vita Vea. That's a big guy coming at you. J.D. McKissick does what he can to get in the way. He's not supposed to be a free rusher there, so somebody missed an assignment. But Heinicke does a good job just stepping off to the side and just making the right throw. It's, underestimated. These little throws can ultimately make or break games. If you put this too high, if you put this too low, if you put it too wide, put it too behind. These are the types of throws that require incredible precision, especially on 3rd and 5 on a game where on a drive where you're trying to ice the other team. And this was that play that iced them. Just a really good play by Heinicke and by Terry McLaurin, making the catch, just the toughness, taking that shot, and just getting back up and being okay. Really good job. And, it's emblematic that this was a key point in this drive, and it just kind of illustrates to me how the team played all day.